Shalom. We are the real Hebrew Israelites. Come out here week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America, Babylon the Great in the scriptures. Before we begin, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Ba'ashem.
For our apostles and elders, great men, so we will teach well. Much respect to you, brothers, labor. Serious. Yeah, man, we back out here again. All right? And the Lord said, blow the trumpet in the city, man. You should be afraid when you see the prophets come around, man. What you got, huh?
Amos 3:6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?
Yeah, you people should be in fear, man. The Lord has sent out his prophets once again to give you warning of the things that's coming up on the planet Earth. Go ahead, huh?
Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord have not done it?
Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? Go ahead.
Verse 7. Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealed his secret unto his servants the prophets.
And what's his servants going to be revealed? These prophecies, man. We coming out here telling you that it's going to be a great famine. All right? There's going to be shortages. All right? And you see these things playing out right now. Google it. Hey, to turn the brother, you Google it. All right? These things are coming to pass.
Verse 8. The lion have roared. Who would not fear? The Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem has spoken.
Yeah, the Lord have spoken. Go ahead.
Who can but prophesy?
Who can but prophesy, man? That's why we out here once again. All right? Hold on.
John, this is the book of 1 Corinthians 14 and 7. It said that even things without life giving sound, whether pipe or harp, itself they give a distinction in the sounds. How shall it be known what is piped or harp?
So we're giving a distinction in the sound. These are the counts. I'm not giving a distinction in the sound, man. They're not warning you of the trumpet that the Lord has prepared.
Hey, I can say something real quick. So like just anybody using the scriptures in itself, they always come with a peaceful message. But the scripture said it's filled with lamentations, mournings, and woe, man.
Right.
You know, even though it is scriptures, chapters dealing with the kingdom, dealing with peace. But when you read a chapter before that, it tells destruction, man.
Right.
All hell breaking loose, man.
I say too, it go into detail. You actually can give people your faith, man. Like the scripture speaks about America, right? America is part of the Bible. And the Lord is going to visit America for all the wickedness, that's being perpetuated here, man. You think the Lord forgot about America? The Lord visited Sodom and Gomorrah, that system in the time of Noah, when that power was not alive and well. No, he's preparing to visit America. That's why you see the stage being set for martial law, man. People going to be completely taken when Yahweh Ba'ashem judgment, man.
See?
You got that.
It's going to come upon you suddenly, man. Okay? Go ahead, man.
Oh, it's like verse 8. It says, for if the trumpet give an uncertain sound,
the trumpet give an uncertain sound. Go ahead.
who shall prepare himself to the battle?
Yeah, you ain't preparing yourself, so you don't know what's going to come upon you in these last days, man. All right? They said there's going to be a shortage of gas already, right? There's going to be a shortage of food, a shortage of truckers. What do you think this is going to cause, man? It's going to cause a great famine. All right? Prepare for Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America.
Joel 2 and verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble. For the day of the Lord cometh, for it is not at hand.
So you people supposed to be in fear, man. All right? When the Lord go out and have his men declare his word, you're supposed to be in fear, man. All right? We're giving you warning. The impending danger is on the way, whether you want to believe it or not.
Because Jeremiah 6 and 9, thus said the Lord of hosts. Shall that? Verse 10. Jeremiah 6 and 10, to whom shall I speak and give warning?
To whom shall we speak and give warning? Go ahead.
That they may hear. Behold, their ears uncircumcised, and they cannot hearken. Behold, the word of the Lord is unto them a reproach.
The word of the Lord is unto you a reproach. The ones who can hear his word, it's a sweet song. All right? But to ones who can't hearken, will not do the words, guess what? It's a reproach to you. And you despise his word, you're going to be destroyed. Go ahead, huh?
They have no delight in it.
And you have no delight in it.
This is 1 Ezra chapter 5 and 64. But many with trumpets and joy shouted with a loud voice, insomuch that the trumpets might not be heard for the weeping of the people. Yet the multitude sounded marvelously, so that it was heard afar off. Yeah, so we out here, GMS camps around America and across the seas everywhere. We're shouting with a loud voice, man, by the way of the internet. We're shouting with these trumpets. We're giving you a warning sign on what's to come in the future, which is prophecy. In so much, verse 65, in so much that the trumpets might not be heard for the weeping of the people. It says the people be mourning, man, when the wicked bears rule. So who's in rulership now? The wicked. And people are mourning out here, man. They're crying with a loud voice, but they don't know what they're crying to or for. Okay? Verse 6 says, wherefore, when the enemies of the tribes of Judah and Benjamin heard it, they came to know what the noise of the trumpet should mean. And they perceived.
People, ultimately, you're going to be inquiring about this, man. You know? Good,
Oh, just to add on what you said, if the enemies of us know what these trumpets mean, know what we coming on the highways and hedges mean, how much more you people, man, our people, these people on this side, 12 tribes of Israel, hey, you should be in fear, man. You should be in awe of what's going on, what's taking place. It says, if they
it's like, they would just going back to that angle 3. That was your reaction when it said, the church, your reaction should be in fear. You should be scared. They let you know the overtone of this ministry is a sense of urgency that comes with it, man.
That's it.
You know, that means you got to get up and move.
It's nothing good prepared for America at all. Nothing good is prepared for America. This place is on a downward spiral, and it behooves you to listen.
Verse
Hey,
6.
real quick, hey, and we ain't making, by blowing the trumpet, we letting you know this is not a dinner trumpet. So the trumpet is not making an uncertain sound. We letting you know this is a trumpet of destruction, man. Prepare yourself.
That's it.
Right?
First Ezra 5 and 6 and 7, it says, and they perceived that they that were of the captivity did build the temple unto the Lord's power of Israel.
We ain't talking
They
about.
perceived they were under captivity.
No, brother. You got the people on this side. The west energy is centered around the people on that side. They're in the captivity. That's right. So this is your book, okay? Right. This book pretty much has recorded and pretty much penned the past few hundred years of your captivity, even to this very day, man. The current state of the people is recorded in this book. All right. That's just a point right there to show you the validity of this book, you know, not to sway off the point. Go ahead. That's it.
You got a question?
No, I'm wondering what's up out there.
12 tribes of Israel. You see yourself on this sign, part of that people. Who? Babylon? No.
You the real Christian. You got the fake Christian.
Levi and Counseling.
Yeah.
You believe in the Bible? Okay. Well, that's the 12 tribes of Israel who they would be today. Those people still exist. And you see them to this very day. They're all the time. We're in a time when God is getting ready to avenge us, you know, of our enemies. That's pretty much the message out here. America about to be destroyed.
That's it.
That's what the Bible says. Did you read that? Yeah, America's coming. The Bible said it.
So what I agree now.
Babylon.
We're warning the people.
I mean, one people should know that.
We just warning the people, whether you hear from them. Don't care if you care, you know. We just warning the people.
I just wondering.
Yeah.
So, it's just like a fire alarm going off. You can hear it, then, you know, don't.
Here, it's going to benefit you. You can't hear it, it's not going to be to your benefit.
It might be some of your father. You might don't know who your great-great-grandfather. He might look like that. He might go out there and hey.
Yeah, but I confused. I'm Asian, I'm Chinese, but it's a different part. Like I don't think my ancestor is from somewhere.
Well, it don't matter what about your farm. It's all about your seed. But just going back to it, if we ain't shallow now. It ain't because you so-called Asian or anything like that. We saying if you can understand what we talk about, you believe with our message, it's a good chance you can be an Israelite. This is just a like a standard, an indicator. You see what I'm saying? This is kind of what we base our, everything off, but it's deeper than this. So get that Romans 8. Because if you believe this message, if you can understand it, it's a good chance you're an Israelite. This is just a standard. This is just an indicator right here. Because not all these people is even Israelites. You see what I'm saying? That's the hook. Yeah. 8 and 14.
Romans 8:14. For as many as are led by the Spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, they are the sons of Most High.
When you led by the Spirit of the Lord, you're attracted to this information. You'll possibly be an Israelite.
I've been hearing some
And that's
things.
who the Lord is coming to save. He's not coming to save all nations. He's only coming to save the children of Israel. And we can prove that according to the scriptures. The Lord never changed his people in the so-called Old Testament of the Israelites, right? In the New Testament, the Israelites don't change. You got something else?
Yeah, I got some real quick. Just going back to we're not shallow. It's not all about color. So this is Ecclesiastes Sirach 11 and 2. Commend not a man for his beauty, neither a poor man for his outward appearance. So just going back, it's not based about color or anything like that. Like I said, everything is all about an indicator. It's just an indicator, but it's deeper than that. It's all about this message. That what divides you. That what's going to separate from everybody. That what's going to separate is the word. So if you believe that, that's why I call believe it or not.
Yeah. Thank you for your patience. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Have a good day.
It's a nation being gathered. The spirit, that's the spirit. I believe that could have been Jake. Because he was inquiring. Yeah. And all it takes you to believe. And then you see it. One of the brothers said he prayed to see a healing. Jay, that could have been a part of somebody come in. I was trying to do it, you got to see it in the spirit.
Especially down here. They got to be. Some of them got to be.
Can I ask a question? Okay. So first question was, who won't make this question?
Revelations, remarkable. Now, heaven is not some place you go when you die. You know a little bit about the Hebrew Israelites? Have you been watching anything? What do you know? So I can understand.
Not too much. One of the guys we used to work with, he used to follow. He used to talk about it constantly. And he used to call he was like, he don't know what I am. And I was like, I just want to learn. That's all I'm saying. I'm like, I learn. I don't hate. You know what I'm saying? I just want to know.
I don't waitress. I can't be a waitress.
But please tell us y'all don't think like that.
Up the stairs like
That's
that.
what he betrayed on.
With us, we don't just look at you at face value. So the line of the Lord is just that. It's lineage. Let's say hypothetically, you know Blake Griffin. Look at Blake Griffin, your father, black female, was behind him. When he got, see that? When he got with a so-called white woman and had a child, that child came out a little lighter. He got, you notice, Blake Griffin got with another so-called white person, and their child looked white as, but his seed go back to a so-called. So we don't look at the outward appearance. She could be an Israelite. She could be one of us. That's one of the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. Israel was scattered and driven to the land, even on a spiritual level. It was mixing of seed, as they say. But really it goes by the Father. The Father plants the seed. So her bloodline was going back age. That's why right now it's based upon faith. We ain't got to run tiles into the inheritance physically. But you have a remnant of the Lord's people that look like all the nations. And I'm looking at her spirit, I believe she's an Israelite. I believe she's an Israelite. But someone who's not spiritual, they'll see you at face value and say, oh, that's a white person. Well, it don't work like that. Again, a part of the mission. When Yahweh spoke about the power, about the seed and the We got time. And we're going to get back to this question too, but that's a good question about heaven. We can enlighten you on it.
This is Sirach 19:29. It says, a man may be known by his look, and one that hath understanding by his countenance when thou meetest him. So the understanding you have that, you was introduced to the Israelites. You are known by that. Okay? It takes more, of course, but the look we don't go about based on the appearance of the we go by your spirit, your countenance, how you perceive, how you discern.
That happened in the time of Paul. You had Israelites that were looking all different nations, and they marveled that Paul extended the ministry to them because they understood that it was only for Israel. Now, deliverance is only for Israel. We can show you that. But that deliverance is not as broad as one might think. It's framed to the time of the destruction of America. America is recorded in the Holy Scripture as the nation of America. So it's going to be a great judgment. How about you now? That's the word salvation and deliverance. Not in that traditional sense, where your grandma out of emotions. I'm saying, deliverance, salvation, no, there's more detail than that. By the way, this is a wise counsel. It's not no thing of emotions or nothing like that. You have to have the mental capacity to even tap into the mystery of heaven. So the brother gives you insight on it because just to set the stage, right, with the spirit kind of the kingdom of heaven is just that. It's the next system that will be on the planet Earth. When this system is taken down, that's the kingdom of heaven. And now you have a spiritual world where the spirit goes. That's another chamber. You got that.
Yeah, so just going back, this is going back to, because heaven's really a system. This is 2 Peter 3 and verse 13. It said, nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth.
Well, hold up. I thought heaven was eternal. Well, your grandma asked when she first get up to heaven. So now it's going to be a renovation on the heaven. It says a new heaven. Excuse me, brother. It says the new heavens. Heaven symbolizes those who are in high places. That's what heaven. You have levels of heaven. You have the heavenly bodies. Then you have the heavens which rule over those who are in the body. Scripture's not going to say he's the president or Scripture's not going to say a certain senate or whatever. The heavens is those who govern. So it says it's going to be new heavens. Go ahead.
It said, nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth.
Because the heavens dictate what happens on the earth. So you the power dictate what happens on the earth. The reason why you have homosexuality being pushed forth and everything that's contrary to the law, statutes, and commandments, how about you outside, is based upon those who are rulers. So the scripture says there's going to be a new heaven and a new earth. Where?
Wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Right, but you're not going to have wicked laws, just to simplify. And see, that's what you find out when you come into this understanding. This is king's language. It's based upon the rise and fall of kings. That's why we need to put the dam and heavy and prophetic books. It ties to the things happening now. It's all based upon the rise and fall of kings. The ancient Babylonian, the Medo Persian Empire, the ancient Roman, those were real systems. They had their own currency. Well, America is no different. The only difference is it's a conglomerate of nations. It's the peace system. Where you had the UN, the EU, the European Union, and they pretty much dictate things that you can't gloss over that. So the kingdom of heaven is the next ruler. But this the catch. This the shock value of it. It's going to be these guys. Or these tribes. The one who you never thought. That's going to be, that contributes to the mystery of the kingdom of heaven.
So how are they separated? So by kingdoms, how are
but this is Israel, the nation of Israel, the 12 tribes. Now, you got the other tribes, you got one around there. You got 18 nations on the planet Earth. You got the other nations. These are the other nations. Now again, we already gave y'all understanding concerning Edom, right? That it's more of a spiritual. Now you got certain people of our tribe that look like all these nations too. We gave you the reasoning behind it because mixing up, not mixing up, I'm just using that word just so you understand. Intermingling, if you will. But for the most part, these are the other nations who are always going to the history. But you got to know history too when going to the Bible. All these different nations afflicted our people. This is not our first captivity. captivity back in the time of Moses, under the ancient Egyptians, you know, the Assyrians, Solomon after the fifth, and the Assyrians, the Babylonians, even to now, the modern day white man, which would be the Edomites. That's who have us in captivity. It's well documented. They brought us off from the interiors of Western Africa and brought us over here to serve hard brothers. He's just continuing in the legacy of the nation of Israel. That in itself proves to be the people of the Bible. Now, brother, you got a quick question real quick before I know you said you had a question.
Yeah, I got a question, but I got to talk to you kind of different, I believe. You know what I mean? I am a I understand about it. I understand about it.
Okay.
All right, but can you tell, even in the scriptures, you know, I mean, in the word Negro. Negro, you ain't Negro.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But it's just so you can understand.
I know. I understand.
Just so you can, the people, you woke up one day, you didn't know everything.
Right, I'm saying.
You know?
I'm
So,
saying
for the people that don't know, that's so they can understand.
I was studying Hebrews, I mean, I understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
But the question is, you had a father name on you, you had the Messiah name on you. So you read in the gospel, you in
We proving we're in the gospel. We out here doing it now. We out here. We're a witness. We're a witness.
No, I'm trying to understand what it is.
Because you got some relos in your book bag, bro.
You're
Somebody
supposed
your
to.
Israelite.
Oh, yeah, the father does no man.
No, it don't say that.
No, he said
It don't say that. Give me
you trying to teach me?
Hey, hold on.
I got mistakes, dog. You made mistakes, you're right, dog. I got mistakes.
Calm down, brother. It's a wise. This ain't emotional.
No. You talking about my black mouth. You know, he got problems himself.
No. He just, you can't get emotional. He just,
You're right. I apologize, my
and so-called white man pull you over and say you ran the red light.
Oh, trust me, I know how to
You ain't gonna get crazy with him.
Oh, yes, I will. Yes, I will. A man's on his own 2 feet. You gotta stand up, young man.
Okay, bro. But
You know what I mean?
wisdom is what preserves.
Right, but I understand what I said, bro.
You got plenty of dudes that get shot down on that.
The attitude, like, no, what it is, I told you, how you approach me, my inside man
Okay,
came
let's
out
dial it back 1 second. We're gonna read this first.
1 Corinthians 6:2. Do you not know that the saints shall judge the world?
Read that again.
Do you not know that the saints shall judge the
So we
world?
can judge.
So you can't, because we say, well, I say we are the Father, right? So we are the Father. So all of the Father, we judge each man what they do wrong.
Hey, bro, we just read in the scripture. You gonna take the chip right
There you go.
Chip sign came right there.
You know what? The Spirit tell me to be quiet. You know what I mean? Because what it is, I'm getting upset.
Yep, that's clear.
I'm getting upset.
Just consider that you might be coming into the counsel of the Lord. That's it. I'll read that again.
1 Corinthians 6:2. Do you not know that the saints shall judge the world?
So right there, that if you was the court of law, we have just produced reasonable doubt that we can judge.
Because we judge.
Yeah, so you can judge. That's the only way you get to the bottom of things.
Okay, I could judge
Tell
each
your
man
little
out
boy
here,
to cut
right?
the grass. Hold up. You tell your little boy to cut the grass and he don't do something right, what happens? You judge the matter.
No, I discipline him. I don't judge like this.
Well, based upon what though?
On the wrong
The
you do
judge.
wrong.
Okay, bro, we can't talk.
Okay.
Okay. I respectfully say, okay, bro, we can't deal with you. Let's just move back. We try to deal with you, bro.
No way, bro.
You ain't being reasonable.
I'm not gonna upset with
You ain't
you,
being-
bro.
how you gonna
I'm
deal
not
with
gonna
it?
upset with you.
I made a
I'm trying to
point. I
understand
made a
what
great
the
point.
situation, bro.
I made a great point. But he resisted the spirit. We ain't out there for you, bro.
Brother.
And you see, we try to deal cordially with him.
Yep.
And anybody know us? No, we would have.
No, bro, no, we need a situation, man. I'm getting upset.
We told you to go there.
No.
We told you to go.
No, I'm just saying you round up the spirit.
No, I'm listening. I'm confused. When a man gets confused, he gets upset, right?
No.
You upset, bro?
Not all the time.
Oh, no, bro. You said a policeman stopped you, right? And you say he run a red light. How about...
Brother just trying to get his lick.
Oh, no way.
You got to cut the death.
You're right, bro.
Leave it alone, bro. We really want to be edified.
No, you're right, bro. I apologize. Pardon me, I apologize.
Just want to be edified. I read that again.
This is 1 Corinthians 6:2. Do you not know that the saints shall judge the
Let me ask you a
world?
quick question. Is it not a book called Judges? Don't say it. Read that again.
It says, do you not know that the saints shall judge the world? And if the world shall be judged by you, are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matter?
So we are to judge the smallest matter. That's how you get to the bottom of things. Somebody tell you got to get a certain job, they might say, hey, look, bro, you got to cut the hair, but you got to, trim it. You got to do something to get the job. That's judging. You can't get emotional and say, nobody, see, that's the product of you subscribe, I'm being really honest. You subscribing to an age-old formula that's not biblical.
No, so you
Now
can't
we
mean
hit you with the Bible saying,
the Bible said it's right, but you saying a man.
but now you got to got to, if you believe in the Bible, you got to disregard.
Oh, I believe in the scripture gospel.
So that's what
My
you-
man wrote a Bible.
No.
My man wrote a Bible. I believe, I'm trying to understand.
This is Isaiah 58
Nah, bro.
and 1. Cry aloud,
Bro, let the
spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet,
Yeah, the scripture said we are not to spare you, not to spare your feelings.
and show my people their
And
transgression.
he showed you your transgression. He showed you the cigarillos. He showed you that they killed you. You know what I'm saying? Then you go to the doctor's office and they tell him, man, bro, you can't, bro, what
You know what I'm
this?
saying, but I'm trying to
See, that's a cop-out, bro.
No man's
That's a
perfect.
cop-out, bro.
So I'm saying all y'all brothers all good. Yes or no? All y'all brothers all good. All y'all brothers they did that yesterday.
And you know what? If he was sincere, he would have got fed. Yeah. He would have got fed. You see, he don't even know that his salvation lies at stake, man. And we dealing with him. And we just show him what the scripture says. It's not him saying, oh, they could be really.
So this is the Sabbath, right? It is the Sabbath.
No, it's not the Sabbath.
It ain't Sabbath.
No, it's not.
Sabbath ain't started. In the day, it's night. It started yesterday night, in the night. It ain't the Sabbath. Oh wow, y'all ain't the
This is
Hebrews, man.
Second Timothy,
Y'all can't use these like
chapter
that.
3 and verse 16.
Bug out, man.
No,
All scripture is given by inspiration of the Most High.
Yeah, the scriptures are given by all scriptures. It say all scriptures is given by inspiration of the Most High. All scriptures. Yeah, he gonna take the chip. That was heavy, man. He was talking, and the spirit flying the wind up in the chip sign hit him in the hand. In his hand, in the right hand, in his right hand. And I believe the corner of it caught him.
Victim, yeah.
Try to say him.
He didn't consider that he might be coming into the temple. See, what you people don't know out there is the Lord raised up coming men. All right? The Lord is a snare. Real quick, give me Isaiah the 8th chapter, man. You people think you can summon up or conjure up the spirit of Yahweh Shai, man. No, you can't tap into that type of energy unless it's given, man. And that's how the Lord set up you. He set you up to where this will be a stumbling block, man. Because see, Jake feels as if we on a level playing field just right off the image, just right off the back. Oh, these are a bunch of niggas up there. So now I got an opinion. That's why I made the point. If the so-called white man pulled him over, they give him an application. He don't know what's in it. He's just gonna scroll through it and sign the motherfucker, man. He gonna be in order. They come up here and show no order. That's why 2/3 of our people gonna be severely judged, because they never considered that they coming coming into the presence of Yahweh by some Yahweh Shai, man. Come on.
Yeah, this book of Ecclesiastes chapter 5 and 1. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High.
And I ain't talking about a church, man, in the physical sense. With some pork chop eating, some crab eating pastor. Like, some crawfish eating pastor, man. This guy's the one conveying the words of Yahweh by Shema Shah. That's not in harmony with the scriptures. Furthermore, it's a song and dance, man. They play off your emotions, then they play that you hear that organ. Then you look at the corner of your eye, become a collection plate. We already know that. That's a scam. Yep, go ahead.
It said, keep thy foot when thou goest to the house
This
of
is
the
the
Most
house
High.
of the Most High. Because the house, when you look up a house, it goes back to a body. So this body of men that you see that have come into this gathering, which, by the way, this gathering is taking place all throughout the world under the noses of the people. Unbeknownst to you people, the Lord is gathering the kingdom of heaven, man. Right. And it's preparing to overthrow America, man. That's in the Bible, man. All right, go ahead, huh?
It says, and be more ready to hear
Yeah, you should be more ready to hear. Go ahead.
than to give the sacrifice of food.
And that word sacrifice just jumps out. Because now, when you make a sacrifice, somebody's life is at stake. Your sacrifice is based upon what you say, man. And that's in Matthew the 12th chapter. Yeah, come on.
Genesis chapter 28, verse 16. And Jacob awake out of his sleep. And he This is Genesis chapter 28, 16. And Jacob,
Whoa. Go ahead.
God, Genesis 28, 16. And Jacob awake out of his sleep, and he said, surely the Lord is in this place, and I knew it not.
Yep, see, the Lord is in this place. Go ahead.
And he said, and he was afraid and said, how dreadful is this place? This is none other but the house of the Most High, and this is the gate of heaven.
Yeah, this is the gates into the heaven, man. Now you got the dude could potentially, the dude that came up, that's just for him. You got to check out the play. He said, what did the spirit world look like?
Man.
For sure they say he got beat up. The guy that just came up, they just say he got a third piece, man. And then you heard shots after that, man. The spirit ain't playing, man. Spirit ain't playing, man. That's how about you outside. You people don't understand that the Lord set up churches, man. This is an extension of the churches. That Paul that you read about with Paul, all right, that goes back to Yahweh Shai, man. This is the church of Yahweh Shai. The body of Yahweh Shai. Go ahead, Al.
Yeah, Sirach 5 and 7.
Hey, which is a snare. This is dangerous. Oh, that's real quick. Hold up. That's why scripture said when I make a vow.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
You coming into, man, you should come into this hearing like this, man.
Yeah, that's it.
You got niggas just waltz up. I had a push. Yeah, and they want to challenge. Well, matter of fact, give me that real quick. That's 1 Thessalonians. Is that 1 Thessalonians 4 and 8? Give me that real quick.
God, yeah, this is the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 4 and verse 8. He therefore that despiseth not man.
Yeah, so when you despise, right, the council, you're not despising men, go ahead.
But the Most High.
But the Most High, man. So when you despise the messengers of Yahweh Shai, by default, you're despising the Most High himself. Okay, go ahead,
God, it says, who have given us his Holy Spirit.
Yep, who have given us, yep. I thought I heard say Yahweh Shai. I thought he said I heard say Yahweh Shai. We did okay?
God, this is 1 Thessalonians 4 and 8. It said, he therefore that despiseth not man.
Right, so when you despise us, you're not despising us, literally. You're despising the power that's higher than you. You're despising the very one who gave you breath. Go ahead,
But the Most High.
But the Most High, man. And the Lord is poised to bring judgment, man. How about that? Go ahead,
This is Psalms 89 and 7. The Most High is greatly to be feared.
Right, the Lord is to be feared. Your life hangs in a balance, man, of a higher power, man. You people out here who have associated yourself to America, man, you don't even know the Lord put a hit out on America. That's why you're about to visit this place with a great famine. Yeah, your pastor didn't tell you that you people, you just as docile. You don't understand that the Lord, you're dealing with a power that's to be feared, man. And guess what? He controls your destiny too. And he knows your thoughts. So all those thoughts in your mind gonna lead you being put to death. Hey, cause you know, it tells you that in Proverbs, the 24th chapter, what man's going to go to the Lord. So you jump in the car, you go, you about your way, then all of a sudden, boom, you run into judgment, man. Yeah, you was meaning to make a right turn, but you made a left turn. And the Lord visits you.
That's it. Psalms 89 and 7, the Most High is greatly to be feared in the assembly of his saints.
In the assembly of his saints, man. So the Spirit of the Lord is here, man. When you come into this assembly, you are in the presence of Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
You know, and to be had in reverence of all them that are about him.
Right, so any of you who surround you should be showing reverence to this spirit. Because this is nothing more than an extension of the testimony. See, when you go back into Noah, this is what he was doing. When he was physically building the ark, every time he was nailing, the people heard the sound of that hammer in those nails. They heard it. He was constantly driving away the prophecies, man. That's why we out here week in and week out. In the spirit, we declare the downfall of America. Babylon the Great, which is documented in the scriptures. We don't care if you don't understand the scriptures. And the scriptures tell you that this book, see, a lot of you people think that the Bible is just an open and shut case. You know, as long as you got good study habits or you desire to know what's in this book, then all of a sudden you're going to get it. No, the Spirit of the Lord got to rest upon you to go into this book, man. Because if you understood the significance of America and how it ties in the Bible prophecy, you would be trembling right now. Because at the end of the day, the power about to go out here in America, again, the Lord's going to visit this place with a great famine, which that contributes to the luxury of you Babylonians, man. got something called lunchtime. Who have heard of such a thing?
Yeah.
Guess what? That's the Lord snaring you. Give me Isaiah the 8th chapter real quick. What you was reading?
This is Isaiah 8
Yeah,
and
come on.
verse 14.
Uh-huh.
And he shall be for a sanctuary,
Yeah, the Lord says he's going to be for a sanctuary. Go ahead.
but for a stone of stumbling.
Oh, but also a stone of stumbling. That's why you people marvel at us. We don't fit in into your comprehension. This don't look right. You used to saying your pastor, your pork chop eating pastor with the Bible, man.
Right.
Okay? Come on, man.
It says, but a stone of stumbling.
Yeah, we're a stumbling block to you people. We don't give a damn if you don't believe us. It's not meant for everybody to believe the Bible. How about that? The Lord is preparing judgment for all you people, man. Go ahead.
Huh. And for a rock of offense.
Yeah, we offensive too.
That's
That's
right.
the spirit of the Lord.
Yeah.
The Lord ain't going to compromise for you people, man. You mortals. Go ahead, huh?
Huh. To both the houses of Israel.
Yep, to both the houses of Israel. Go ahead.
For a gin and a snare.
The Lord said he's going to be a gin and a snare unto you people, man. Thank the Lord to open and shut case. Who can come to the throne unless invited? The Lord a great king, man. And guess what? He getting ready to visit America. You think the most wickedest kingdom in existence is going to just ride off with the spoils, man? So the Lord going to visit you, man. Go ahead, huh?
And for a snare to the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
Yeah, to a snare to the inhabitants, right? Go ahead.
It says, and many among them shall stumble and fall.
Yeah, you're going to stumble and fall. And the guy might have just physically stumbled and fell. But ultimately, it's dealing with your understanding. You're not going to be able to grasp this form of teaching. Go ahead, huh?
And be broken.
And be broken. Go ahead.
And be snared.
Oh, go ahead.
And be taken.
You people are going to be taken by this. When we tell you that there's a famine that's about to come, man, that's brewing. And your little ones, you're going to see their ribs touching. And you're not going to have no strength in your hand to save them, man. Yeah. That's the message of the Bible. Scripture said that this is a book of mourning, lamentations, and woe, man. What you think happened? All you people talk about sweet Jesus, right? What was the climax of his story? He was beaten, brutalized, he was brutally murdered and hung up on the tree, man. So that shows you right there. What book y'all read, man? Right. Go ahead, huh?
It says, bind up the testimony.
Yep.
Seal the law among my disciples.
Right, and that's what you're witnessing right now. This is not for the masses of the people. You're not going to see us trying to campaign to get you in. We're not going to try to convince you, man. This is spiritual, man. If you can get it, you can get it. That's why Yahweh Shah said that in Matthew the 13th chapter. Those of you who have ears to hear, let them hear, man. Why would he say that? Because this is a dark saying, man. You people, your approach concerning the Bible, you think that's the spirit of the Lord? No, man. Go ahead, huh?
It's Isaiah 6 and 9. He said, go and tell these people, hear ye indeed.
Yeah, you physically hear us, right? Go ahead.
But understand not.
But you don't understand what's going on. You ain't got a clue what's going on. Okay? Go ahead, huh?
And see ye indeed.
Yeah, and you see us that is good. Dude can't be saved, you can't just. You see us, right? Go ahead.
But perceive not.
But you don't perceive what's going on, man. This is hidden in plain sight. If you only knew that this was the gate to the kingdom of heaven, man. But again, the Lord, hey, we play a part of that snare. We do like regular guys that hand justice and anger. That's the Lord snaring you, man. Go ahead, huh?
It says, make the heart
You think you can finesse the Lord, man. You got people that think like that. I get right, you know, at a certain time. And these old women, they did they dirt, but then now they all slipping around the house in some slippers, man, singing old ego spiritual. Go ahead, huh? The Lord ain't dealing with them, man. You can't finesse the Lord. Oh, that's why Yahweh Shah said, I'm glad, O thou Lord, that you hid these things from the wise and prudent. And he gave it to the common men. See, go ahead, huh?
He said, make the heart of these people fat.
Right, the heart of these people fat. That word heart of the people is large. It translates to your mind. It's not talking about that bubbly feeling. That's how the people finesse you. They throw around that word love. And you remember your grandma, her favorite song, you break down in the church. That's why they ain't dealing with that spirit, man. That heart, this is a wise counsel. Oh, that's why when you read Psalm 51, King David said, created me a clean heart, man. Go ahead, huh?
It says, it says, make their ears heavy and shut their eyes.
Yeah, you can't comprehend what's going on. Go ahead.
Lest they see with their eyes.
Lest they see. Now we can get into why. The Lord is going to give you the reasoning behind it. See, there's a method to this man. Go ahead.
Lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears.
Just like the guy walked up. Yeah. He could have easily got it. But the Lord closed it. See, go ahead.
It says to understand with their heart.
Yep, he couldn't understand. Go ahead.
And convert and be healed.
See, so the Lord didn't want him to convert so he could be healed. See, simple as that. So what's the moral of the story? The Lord is the one that actually blinds us. How about that? You know, you put the Lord in a box as if he's, you know, just one emotion. Especially the idea of his son. Oh, which had a nigga to come on the coming for. And he was coming up against the spirit of Yahushua, man. Pretty much. But guess what? Yahushua, who people know as sweet Jesus, that's the very one that's orchestrating all the drama, man. Yeah, come on,
Yeah, Matthew 13, verse 10, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables?
To the night, brother.
Verse 9, Matthew 13 and 9, who has ears to hear, let him hear.
There you go. If you have ears to hear them, then hear. If you can understand this, if this register with you and resonate, do you know the Lord called you for this, man? It's like somebody give out a secret code, you know, the access to a party or whatever, and someone can get in unless you was wired a certain way. If this making sense to you, the Lord designed you as woven in your fabric to get this message. This is a real heavy story, man, when you go into the Bible, man. This stems back to the time of Yahushua when he walked the earth, where he promised all the believers they'll get the message now, man, when it made sense the most, or when it mattered the most. Because this is the time where you're going to be delivered. It tells you that in, I want to say Wisdom of Solomon 8, where it says if you desire riches in this lifetime, give me that real quick. Wisdom of Solomon 8, I believe in, I want to say 6 or 5 or something like that. See, the Lord cold, man. He promised all the believers that they'll get this word now, man. In the time where Babylon the Great, America will be erected. See, come on, you got it. Hey, matter of fact, get Matthew the 16th chapter right behind it. Go ahead,
yeah, this is Wisdom Solomon 85. If riches be a possession to be desired in this life.
See? Why did it specify in this life? Because this is where it's going to matter most. This is where that the possession of eternal life through wisdom is going to kick in. When you hear all them scriptures about wisdom leads to life and wisdom is a preserver, this the lifetime is going to kick in. It's going to be activated, man. See, read that again.
If riches be a possession to be desired in this life,
see, go ahead.
What is richer than wisdom, that work of all things?
What is richer than wisdom, that work of all things? So getting raised up in the air is going to be based upon wisdom. It's that work of wisdom, work of all things, which that's a part of the story, the drama of the Lord. Once the destruction happens, the Lord is going to, in a strange act, going to raise us up, man. It's going to blow you people away. Yep, go ahead,
This is Matthew chapter 6 and verse 20. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven.
Give me Matthew 16, the last verse.
16, okay, sorry. I got it.
Oh, you got it?
It's Matthew 16 and 28. Verily I say unto you, there be some standing here.
Right, and this is Yahushua speaking to his men 2,000 years ago. He said there be some standing here, right, go ahead.
Which shall not taste death.
Which shall what?
Which shall not taste death.
Go ahead.
Till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom.
Now this precept will cause you to stumble if you don't have the wisdom of the Lord on you. It said it be some, the Lord, he went into detail, that some men right in his hearing at that time that would not taste death until the Lord come back. We know that physically them people died, right? So he was talking about this lifetime. Because the Lord is set to come back in this lifetime in all his glory, man. So those men would be regenerated, reincarnated, they back today to continue in the legacy, man. That's the mystery. That's one of the mysteries of the Bible. Go ahead.
Going back to that. The second Exodus 14 and 35. For after death shall the judgment come.
See, after death, then the judgment comes. Go ahead.
When we shall live again.
See, when we shall live again. Man. All right. So you understand, no such thing as hell. Man. No such thing as hell. There's the word hell in the Bible, but not in the sense of really Greek mythology. That's where that comes from. Greek mythology is infused. That idea was infused in scripture. It goes back to Greek mythology and the god of the underworld, Hades. It has nothing to do with the Bible. Scripture deal with reincarnation. That's why you experience what have baffled these scientists And that's called deja vu. Yeah. You actually feel nobody can explain that away. That feeling of deja vu is the most convincing spirit ever. You know it. You be like, damn, I've been here. Don't let it be one of them intimate moments you by yourself. You be like, you be trying to figure it out. Like, yeah. You know, you be like, all that. Yep, go ahead.
It says, for after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again.
See, when we shall live again. Go ahead.
And
then, go ahead.
Shall the names of the righteous be manifest.
That's where we at. Now this you saying the names of the righteous being made obvious and made clear. Okay, go ahead.
And the works of the ungodly shall be declared.
And the works of the ungodly shall be declared. Case in point, somebody come back with Down syndrome. I'm gonna just throw something out there. A little arm, like DJ Paul. That's judgment. He receiving judgment for something he did in his past life. Oh, even further, a baby that gets shot in a crib. That's why the Christians can't explain it away. That's one of the moments that they are confused and baffled when somebody died who they perceive as innocent. Matter of fact, give me Job 4 chapter. The reason why that baby got shot, as cold as it might sound, the reason why that baby got shot in her crib is because Yahweh Shah visited her for sins in her past life. When King David prayed about forgiving me for past sins, it's not talking about sins 2 weeks ago, man. They're talking about sins in your past life. All right, cool.
God, this Job 4:7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perish being innocent.
See, whoever perish being innocent, man. See, go ahead.
Or where were the righteous cut off?
Yeah, so if you was innocent, then the Lord certainly wouldn't cut you off. But as it were, you have people that die, and you hear people say he was innocent. That's because they're not privy. You know, the idea of reincarnation is foreign to them, which reincarnation is biblical. That's another one of the things that held the minds of the people captive and dominated the minds of the people, especially so-called Christians, man. You believe that you die, you're gonna go and burn for hell. That's not biblical, man. The Lord visits you on the earth. Matter of fact, give me Proverbs, the place of judgment. We show you what the place of judgment is. Because you got to ask yourself, why you got nerves? Why you got muscles? You can stump your toe. That's judgment. Those are forms of judgment if you can receive it. You know, the Lord can slap you on the wrist and have you stump your toe, or you might slam your hand in the door. That's judgment. But then you can get your whole head, you know, or caught in a house fight. Those are the works of Yahweh Shah. Matter of fact, give me Psalms 9 and 16. Go ahead,
Ecclesiastes 3, start at verse 15. That which have been is now.
See, that which have been is now. What's that talking about? See, that's the question that's going to be asked, man, for you naysayers. What's that talking about? It's recorded and that was written for your entertainment? No. Read that again. It was written for this moment so we can give you clarity. But
it said, that which have been is now.
See, that which have been is now. That's concerning everything, even spirits. Go ahead.
And that which is to be have already been.
And that which is to be have already been. See, go ahead.
It said, and the Most High required that which is past.
And the Most High required that which is past, man. Which is dealing with what your past life, man. Okay?
It said, it said, and moreover.
Yep, and moreover, and furthermore, go ahead.
I saw under the sun.
Yep, I saw under the sun. What's under the sun? The earth. If you don't believe me, just look up. You ain't just read it again.
It said, and moreover, I saw under the sun.
I saw under the sun, right, which is the earth. Go ahead.
The place of judgment.
The what?
The place of judgment.
This is the place of judgment, man. That's why you can get in a horrific car accident. This is the place of judgment. Matter of fact, Luke the 24th chapter. Because you got something? Come on.
This is Proverbs 28 and 5. It says, evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek of the Lord understand all things. It says, evil men understand not judgment.
Right, evil men understand not judgment. That proves that this is the setting in which the Lord chose to bring you back into his good graces. It would be based upon wisdom, man. Something that our people lack, and neither they don't inquire about. See, the Lord finessed you. The Lord double crossed you. Jake's so shiesty. They don't know they dealing with the most shiestiest one. For real, Yahweh Shah. That's why he's known as a snare, man. So the Lord got you. You can't get out of this unless you have wisdom. How about that? And that has plagued the minds of our people. Certainly. Neither are they willing to inquire of it. Go ahead.
But they that seek the Lord.
See, but they that seek the Lord, those of you who are inquiring about this, that's all the Lord asks, man. Okay, go ahead.
Understand all things.
See, and we do understand all things through the spirit of power, Yahweh, by Shema. We know what's going to happen when you die. Your pastor don't know that. They tell you you're here in heaven, man. You're in heaven. They always say, no, never tell you what the hell.
Right.
Yeah, but they ain't going to tell you what the hell. They just want you to keep coming to church. They ain't going to never tell you, yo, man. Down hell. I'm studying last night. Yep, come on.
Rock 21:1. My son, hast thou sinned? Do so no more. But ask pardon for thy former sin.
Yep, but ask pardon for thy former sin.
This is Rock 21:1. My son, hast thou sinned? Do so no more. But ask pardon for thy former sin.
See, so you're regenerated. Lord visit you for the things you did in your past life. Get that real quick and give me that real quick. Yeah, give me Exodus. Yep, 5 and 20. It's 20 and 5. Yeah, give me that. All right, give me what you got real quick.
God, this is the book of St. Luke 24 and 39. It said, behold, my hands and my feet.
Now, what we read right here is our Lord Yahweh Shah. When he returned, and he tells his disciples after his crucifixion, he said, look at my hands and my feet, right? Go ahead.
It says, behold, my hands and my feet, that it is I myself. Handle me and see.
Yep, handle me and see. So the Lord told his disciples to touch his hands, right? Go ahead.
For a spirit have not flesh and bones.
See, for a spirit have not flesh and bones. Go ahead.
As ye see me have.
See, so there's a reason behind having flesh and bones. When you're in the spirit, you don't feel pain no more. Give me Job the 3rd chapter. That's why Yahweh Shah made it distinct. He put an emphasis on that. It was for the wise to catch on to it, man. All right? It says, spirit have not flesh and bones. Flesh and bones contributes to pain, man. That's a part of the chains of being here in this realm. Okay? Really, this is a globe that set up this snares and pitfall. This is the time of the Lord's judgment. That's why salvation is such a precious thing now. Because you can die from anything now. See, you hear people, you hear this story, he was a good person. But meanwhile, the story was a pole fell on his head. He wasn't a good person. The Lord visited him. All right?
This is Job chapter 3 and verse 17. There the wicked cease.
Matter of fact, jump up on that. Jump up. Go when you said, I stayed in the womb. Yep.
This is Job chapter 3 and verse 11.
Go ahead.
Why died I not from the womb?
Right, so this is Job making a petition to the Lord. We all know the story of Job. But Job was catching hell, man. Right? So he said, he asked the Lord, why didn't I just die in the womb, right? Go ahead.
Why did I not give up the ghost when I came out of the belly?
And that ghost is that same spirit that Yahweh was talking about. Lord said, spirit have not flesh and bone. So Job said, why didn't I just give up the ghost? Why did my spirit ascend back in the spirit world? Go ahead.
Why did knees prevent me? Or why the breast that I should suck?
Yeah, he was like, why did I have to be an infant? Why had to be the bread?
For now should I have laid slain and been quiet.
Oh, see, when you die, you're quiet, man. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I should have slept, then had I been at rest.
See, when you die, you're at rest, man. You sleep. That phobia of dying was created by the so-called white man. It contributes to a money racket, man. To you running up in the church, which is a part of the government. That's who helps shake the pockets of the people. The churches, man. That's why they're under 501c3 charge. Go ahead, up.
It says, with the kings and counselors of the earth.
Oh, he said he would have been sleeping with the kings and counselors of the earth. Was not Pharaoh a king and counselor? Was not some of these wicked kings, Solomon, all these different, when they went down? They said they're going to rest too, man. See, go ahead.
Which build desolate places for themselves.
Right, all these different ancient kings that built desolate places. Even Esau, they built this place. When they die, they go to the spirit world as well. Go ahead.
Or with princes that had gold,
yeah,
who filled their houses with silver,
go ahead.
Or as a hidden untimely birth, I had not been.
Go ahead.
As infants which never saw light. there the wicked cease from troubling.
See, there, in the spirit world, the wicked cease from troubling. You're not going through nothing in the spirit world. It's beautiful, man. You know, it's like a paradise. You don't have the flesh, these chains holding you down. Go ahead.
And there the weary be at rest.
See, and the weary contributes to having his body. That's why you come up with a cough. You might have a nightmare, you might have a headache or toothache. That contributes to the weariness of being in his flesh. Continue.
It says, there the prisoners rest together. They hear not the voice of the oppressor.
Yeah, you don't get bills anymore. You don't hear the voice of the oppressor. You don't get a bill. All right, saying you owe so much, or a voicemail. Right? You don't hear the voice of the oppressor. Go ahead.
It says, the small and the great are there.
See, it said the small and the great are there. The great meaning the rulers of the people. For an example, let's just say Adolf Hitler. He was, paying the bills. Well, he there too, man. He would be considered the great. All right? Or Saddam Hussein. The small and the great go to the same place when they die. Go ahead.
And the servant.
Prince Philip. Or that other demon who has the big bag on the Yeah, Rockefeller, man. He there. He rested. That's why you ever notice it's only for the spiritual minded. The baby, when he come out, why he come out crying? Right. Because he just left the spirit world, man, where he was at peace. You can't say, well, hold up, that's the only thing a baby do. Nope, because babies smile too, man. Babies can be weak, they smile too. So why he just chose to come out crying? Because he just left from the spirit realm. Good, huh?
Yeah, judgment. Yeah,
you heard that judgment too. That's another. Yeah. That way before you go down the viaduct. That's Birmingham, Alabama.
It says, the small and great are there, and the servant is free from his master.
Right, so you're at rest. You're at rest when you die. Hey, that's why Esau, when you look it up, Esau being a sword, he developed ways to keep you alive. They got torturing, and they show you that in that movie, 007, yep, I think it was, GoldenEye. Was it GoldenEye? Yeah, when they kept him alive, he said, I broke the record. I kept a guy alive 72 hours. He said, I'm going to break the record. Yeah, but that's what they do. Okay, I'll give you what you got.
And they show that in the law about citizens.
Oh, yeah. You got pressure points. Well, they show you when they cook fish and stuff like that. You ever saw the Moabite? They know how to keep the fish alive. Yeah, dance and squid. Yeah, so these devils, their way of thinking have far surpassed our people. You got to remember, we was oppressed. We was behind for 400 years or so. Okay, and it was all due to us being subdued by our enemies. See, go ahead, huh?
It's 2 Corinthians 5:10. So we must all appear before the judgment seat of Yahushua Mashiach.
Everybody going to appear before the judgment seat of the Most High. See, your life is really, your destiny was already written by the Lord, man. There's no new thing on the sun. The Lord leads you to your path. You're going to die to death for the Lord. Now, here in this lifetime, there's going to be spirits that believe on this doctrine that's not going to taste death. Okay? That contributes to the strangeness of these teachings. So this is just not an Israelite group. This is the council of Yahushua, man, which there is a separation. When the Lord came on the scene, Yahushua, he didn't just deal with all Israelites. Why do you think they put him to death? The Lord was offensive, man. Give me that real quick in Matthew. I want to say Matthew 11 chapter. The Lord was offensive. That's why they concocted him, put him to death. Pretty much he was cursing people out. He chose 12 and he gave them a heavenly doctrine. Which that doctrine is so powerful, spills over to the day, man. And you can't tell us that we don't believe, because we here. Furthermore, the brothers that's around, they're just a nugget. A lot of the brothers, they would have never walked the same. They would have never hung with each other in the world. All these different brothers from different walks of life, man. We all came under the banner of the word. Give me that scripture. Go ahead.
God, this St. Matthew 11:6. And blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me.
See, that's the words of the Lord, man. So the Lord said, blessed if you're not offended. So that means there's a good chance you're going to get offended. That's why the circle's so small. And throughout the world, these small pockets, these small churches. And the first guy, he got offended. He got offended. This is how you know we got the testimony of the Lord. So all these other groups, they be like, hey, brother, hey, sister. Man, get out of here, man. This is a sense of urgency, man. There's no easy way to tell you're going to die. And it don't help when you're a nigga just came out of the world. you know, you really don't know what's going on. So let's say if that's the case, you just woke up out of your sleep and I said, it's coming. You gotta go. You shouldn't be sitting there talking to me, man. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna push you down and I'm gonna get out the house, man. I'm gonna make sure you go back to sleep. Man, the hell with all you people out here, man. This is only for the believers of Yahweh Shah. And you know what brings it? Because you know if you believe. See, this is the ultimate mental game. You know if you believe. We ain't got to convince you, man. All right, come on. Read that one more time.
God, this is the book of St. Matthew 11:6. And blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me.
Right, so you blessed if you're not offended of the stern words of Yahweh Shah, man. See, when you had the right doctrine, there's no easy way to tell you. You think Noah was light? Noah really went light. Because he was constantly telling the people they're going to die, man. You say you're going to die in the great flood. That's offensive. Your baby's going to die. All right, come on, give me what you got.
Baruch 5:5. Arise, O Jerusalem, and stand on high, and look about toward the east. And behold, thy children gathered from the west.
See, thy children gathered. All right, the Lord has gathered us, man. Go ahead.
Unto the east, by the word of the Holy One.
See, by the word. Okay? So you know if you believe or not, man, because it registered with your spirit. That's how it goes, you know. We just cast the net out there, and whomever get caught up in it, then that's what it is. All right,
it's Isaiah chapter 34, verse 16. It says, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read.
Right. The book of the Lord, that's the Bible. That's not popular right now, though. You know? Nobody wants nobody with a Bible. It's a designer clothes. Yeah, you want him, you want a pink hair. Yeah, and a thick, crazy mohawk. That's what you want. You don't want the guy, but guess what? The guys in the Bible gonna win. Looking at your next rule. What?
Now it says, no one of these shall fail.
No one of which shall fail. The prophecy. That proves also that the doctrine consists of prophecy, man. Not just telling you you're an Israelite. We're telling you, no, you're an Israelite. That's a beautiful thing. But if you don't hearken to the message, you're going to get caught up in the many plagues of Yahweh Shah. Go ahead,
None shall want her mate.
Yeah, none of these other books can rival what we got up here.
That's a right, right?
Like, get that one. That was the
This is St. Matthew 24. And verse 37. He said, but that's the day of the Lord word.
Right, and this is parallel to that time. So that, your sweet Jesus, the one who feel as if whatever you want, he's going to be your arm. This is word, right? Why did you bring up a horrific time like
Because he get married too.
yeah, he wasn't talking about, he's going to talk about that for the next few months. He's more spiritually invested into that. All right, go ahead.
God, St. Matthew 24 and 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
We're in the time of the coming of the Son of Man. They don't even understand that. Go ahead,
It says, for as in the days that were before the flood,
there's another flood coming. Go ahead.
they were eating
Go ahead.
and drinking, marrying,
They was what?
marrying,
They was marrying
and giving in marriage.
and giving in marriage.
Until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
Until the day that discussion came.
It said, and knew not until the flood came.
Oh, and they knew not. It's
crazy, man.
That's one of them things. I'm telling you. That is. Just somebody auntie, man. That was just that nigga 6 months
Auntie
ago.
Rita.
That's good, man. Hey, see that? That's the spirit. Come on, man.
That's like, that motherfucker went to New York and get that.
Yeah. He's from the island. Florida, New York. Like, come on.
It says, and knew not until the flood came.
Right, go ahead.
And took them all away.
Yeah, so hold up. Yahweh Shah's message was cold. Them cold words. He said that the blind came and took them away and killed them and put them to death. Go ahead.
It says, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Right, and there's parallels with this lifetime. So you're going to have people that's going to be oblivious of the impending danger that's on the horizon, man. And although they hear the sound of the alarm, it's almost like the alarm is faint. You see us, but you don't see us. This to get your attention, man. Signs and missiles. We got an ancient God, but as it were, only a few is going to see it. You know, those will be the ones who the Lord, through his mercy, or show mercy, and love and kindness. That's the real love. But the Lord preserves you from the upcoming destruction, man. We really can't put in the words what the Lord about to do, man. All right, come on, man.
It's Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
See? That proves right there there's nothing you can externally do in this thing. You know, you got people, they get caught up in the outward, man. That's not what the Lord's dealing with. Real quick, give me Psalm 51, start at verse 5, huh? Let's get that real quick. See, the Lord is dealing with the inner man, which goes into your mind. Those of you whom the Lord have visited by bestowing the Spirit on you, man, actually can understand the message. You believe the report. Go ahead, huh?
Psalm 51:5. Behold, I was shapen in iniquity.
I was shapen in iniquity. Go ahead.
And in sin did my mother conceive me.
That means that you were born in the flesh. That means you're in the flesh, which leads to iniquity. By default, we all go off. That's why the guy was leaning on that. We all make mistakes. Yeah, it's true. We all go off. But the Lord has got to be dealing with somebody, right? How is he going to deal with him?
Behold, thou desirest truth in the inward part.
Read that again.
Behold, thou desirest truth in the inward part.
God says he desires truth in the inward part. That don't mean in the inner, that fleshly, you know, that warm and bubbly feeling inside. No, that's talking about the wise men who can understand the sense of urgency that comes with the report of Yahweh Shah. Read that part again.
Behold, thou desirest truth in the inward part.
Right, so the Lord desires truth in the inward part. Oh, but hold up, continue.
And in the hidden part, thou shalt make me to know wisdom.
See, in the hidden part, which is your mind, the Lord's going to make you to know wisdom, man. What wisdom? You are now being exposed to a form of teaching, man, that's not of this realm. Hey, you see the brothers said this is a witness of the value of this truth, which scriptures tell you that is far beyond. Matter of fact, give me a please. Go ahead, you got something?
Yeah, just going back.
He's actually, I think, 9 and 4.
Just going back to how the truth is. This is 1 Peter 2 and 9. But ye are a chosen generation,
right,
a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praise of him who have called you out of darkness.
Yeah, we was in darkness, man. We was in the dark. We was subscribing all these wayward ideas, whether it was Islam or being a more this faith, fucked out. And don't even mention Christianity, man. Christianity, that's one hell of a drug, man. You better run from that idea, man. You better take tough, you better run and don't look back, man.
It says, who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light.
Meaning now you're enlightened. Now you know the will of Yahweh Shema Shah. Matter of fact, give me Romans 12 and 2.
Yeah, going back to that word marvelous, you go into it, it means beyond human comprehension, man.
Yeah. Because we teach the idea, for example, reincarnation. That's biblical. Like a lot of people, they might try to downplay it, but what you're doing is you're pretty much minimizing the power of Yahweh Shema Shah. You're trying to put the Lord in the box at that point. Right? You got to understand that you're dealing with a power that's way beyond your comprehension. Oh, the fact of the wind. A wise man will consider that. Like the wind is the wind you can feel, that's crazy. You know what I mean?
This is Romans chapter 12 and verse 2. And be not conformed to this world.
Yep, and be not conformed to this world.
But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
See, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Go ahead.
That ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High.
See, so that you know the will, the perfect will of the Most High. Because that perfect, that perfection goes into the climax of this thing. Because a lot of people, they knew the will of the Lord in the time of Noah, yeah, because it's right there. But do you know the perfect will of the Lord? The fullness of the Lord's perfection and the judge of his will? But we know it. It's ultimately to overthrow the so-called white man and divide and take down Babylon and Britain. All right, go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and verse 12. For man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes are taken in the evil net.
Right, so the key word there is what? Know it. The reason why you put the death out here, the reason why judgment awaits people, because you know it's not. Okay, go ahead.
It says, as the fishes are taken in the evil net, and as the birds that are caught in a snare, so are the sons of men snared.
Again, that's the message, man. What else you want us to tell you? All right, we read that precept, then we tell you everything gonna be all right. I'm compelled to say that you're gonna die now.
That's it.
Read that again.
It says, for man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in the evil net.
And that's the sobering overtone of the scripture. It's just like war talk. We were talking about that. You just imagine being in a camp. You know, you don't know what lies ahead. You hear sounds, shots. That's the only thing you're talking about. Yeah, man don't know his time. Man don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if it's gonna be
and as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in the evil time.
Right, and that evil time is dealing with the time of Jacob's trouble, man. You people gonna be snared in that time, man. It's gonna come unawares. It's gonna creep upon you unawares. You're not gonna know from whence it came. Pow out, you know. And you know when that phone goes, the phone with no more power, and that phone dies, with it dies your hopes and dreams. And everything you can do. Yeah, that's the lifeline. The Lord says up like this, that's like a snare. Everything that's in that mouth, all he sees is that food.
It says, so are the sons of men snared in the evil time when it falleth suddenly upon them.
When it falleth suddenly upon them.
So going back to that 7, because that's one of the aspects of Yahweh Shah. The Lord is also a hunter as well, you know. So this is Isaiah 30, and I just get to the point. Isaiah 30 and 13. Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall.
Yeah, you see the wall caving in. And it's leaking. You know there's nothing else left but for it to fall. Then what happened when it falls? You still asking about it. You know? The Lord saw it with the signs of death, but it's swelling up. You know? Word out.
He said, whose breaking coming suddenly.
You can tell Economics, like in the spirit. You can tell Economics. You know, just that awkward. Yeah, that's what you like. Yeah.
That's one of the
Oh, that's the problem. When you heard me say Economics,
yeah.
He looked around.
Right in your eye.
He looked around
Right
with a sense
in
of
your eye. Somebody called his name.
That's one of the baby boomers.
Oh, yeah. That's baby boomers.
Yeah, that's baby boomers.
You got all kind of weird apps. Yeah. You don't want no pause.
It says, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant.
Yep. That's how the Lord visits you. It's the element of surprise that comes with it, man. Matter of fact, give me that in the Ecclesiastes chapter. You got that? Yes.
This is Sirach chapter 5 and verse 7. Make no terror to turn to the Lord.
Right, so those of you who qualify, that's another thing. Everybody can't come serve the Lord. Okay? That's an age-old tale. It has no place in the Bible. That's an old folk tale. Yeah, that's a wise tale. It has nothing to do with the Bible whatsoever. You have to be called, man. You have to be chosen. Right? Go ahead.
It says, make no terror to turn to the Lord and put not off from day to day.
Right, yeah. Oh, so you saw the dude, he came up. And you could tell that it was something blocking him. Like, he had the mindset to talk shit pretty much, but he couldn't really grasp it, you know? You see, it was a struggle with him. It was like a struggle. Because he said, but that leads to frustration. Self-confusion. That's why I'm lashing out.
Yeah.
But he didn't turn. He couldn't turn, man. And we know at best, they say you should beat out of him. jumped down there, somebody beat his ass with a stick, man. Then after that, surely it was a shot. That be no taking the heavy judge. God have somebody come over and tell.
Fucking evil.
Oh yeah, you see that? That's the sick. Yeah. Yeah, he's like an FBI. Yeah, he got the
God, Ecclesiastes chapter 5 and verse 7. Make no terror, turn to the Lord.
Yeah, so you got an instant return. You can't just sit there. So now you ought to ponder, being wise, consider what's in front of you. But you gotta hurry and turn to the Lord, man. Especially now. The time is running out, man. This message, and again, the Lord, you see the presentation of Yahweh Shah. Although we look like, we have nothing, we sing, well, scripture say, I know your works and your tribulations and your poverty, but thou art rich. So at face value, we look like we ain't nothing, but this is a royal decree. That's why you don't see us trying to convince nobody. If you royalty, what you looking like you convincing them? No. It's for those who was invited, man. We just, that's the spirit on us. We just push it out there, and if you get it, you get it. Go ahead,
God, it says, and put not off from day to day.
So you shouldn't go from day to day without turning to the Lord. Go ahead.
For suddenly,
see, go ahead.
Shall the wrath of the Lord come forth.
So the wrath of the Lord will flare up on you suddenly, man. And you come up against these men. That's the message, man. That's part of the message that I say. All right, go ahead.
And in thy security.
See, and in thy security, when you least expect it. And you hear that too with a lot of these stories with Jake. It's always the same story. He was just getting his life together. Nigga just got a job at Popeye. I believe that might be. Ain't nobody that awful. Ain't nobody that awful. Yeah, that's an old man. A bad man. Go ahead.
It says, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance.
Right, so that's the day of vengeance. The Lord have your day already prepared. Oh, that's why the scripture speaks about if a man pleases his way please the Lord, in the day of death he will find favor. So the Lord already have your death out there, man. But instead of you making a right, the Lord will have it when you make a left, or vice versa. Instead of you making a left, you make a right. You might go straight, and that saved your life. And you didn't even know that the Lord was dealing with you. That's why the scripture said, if you please him, man, in the day of death, then he'll make it go away. Go ahead, you got something?
Proverbs 13:13. Whoso despises the word shall be destroyed.
Yep.
But he that fears the commandment shall be rewarded.
That's it. So if you despise his word, you're going to be destroyed. Ain't no easy way to tell you that. We ain't up here to negotiate with you, man, meet you halfway. And you notice with the guy, though, Spirit was giving him every opportunity because through the Spirit we can see his brothers that have discernment. We can see like he's a bug out. He came up, just the dialogue showed if you're still a nigga or not. Because of your emotions, bro. When that only guy, he came from that era. Only God could judge. So many of them niggas got shot, man. All them niggas got bullet wounds everywhere. Them niggas from that generation, it's a common thing. 1 out of 3 niggas with an iPad. From that generation, man. Good. The brother was home.
This is Job 32.
I tell you, you gotta know that story right there.
This is Job 32:8. But there is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty giveth them understanding.
That's what I'm saying. That's why that fire, man, that fire is the best thing. Yeah. Because you can't die honorable death with that fire. Now somebody die, and you might say some smooth ass words. That's a part of your legacy, man. You don't want to die. Like we pray the Lord put the spirit on us. We don't want to die. Oh no, Well, I pray the Lord don't do that, man. You want to die honorable death. Hey, Yahweh Shai said it is finished, you know? Yeah. That was cold. Ain't nothing else like that one. After all that, Yahweh Shai said it's finished, man. You know what? He's coming back, though. It was like a scene in a movie. plate, you turn the clothes, they start clapping. That was the end of that scene, man. Yeah. That's about to go into another scene, the return of Yahweh Shai, man. Yep.
Job 32 and 8.
But by the way, like that fire, you can't die on a death like that with that fire. You're gonna be hotter than that's the same for death. Yeah. When that fire on you, you're gonna be running and flipping and turning, wailing and gnashing the teeth. You're not gonna die honorable death. Stop dropping rubber. And God's gonna be thinking of that.
It ain't gonna work.
Man, the last thing on your mind to be looking cool. That fire got your ass. That's good.
Oh man.
Man, imagine him. No, that fire gonna get you. Gonna be there. Go ahead.
Now, Job 32 and 8. But there is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty giveth them understanding.
Yep. So the Lord give us understanding. It was nothing we did. Go ahead.
It says, great men are not always wise.
Yeah, great men are not always wise. That's one of those verses, the humbling verse. You know, but it's reality. You shouldn't feel no type of way because you can have this truth, but you ain't always wise. This is a process, boy.
It says, neither do the age understand judgment.
And the age don't understand judgment, man. And that means that they haven't been renewed. You know, when you age, that means nobody ever hit the reset button. You should still going into that spirit. All right, go ahead.
It says, therefore I said, hearken to me. I also will show mine obedience.
That's it. So you got to hearken to the Lord. How do you hearken to the Lord? Again, by hearkening to his men. We had to do it. We had to listen to men. We had to be taught. You know? So that's what it is. And you know what? That has proven to be a challenge to Israel, without a doubt. Hands down. What you kids, the so-called Negro, like you know, oh, you heard him? I know you're Israel. I got a problem with Negro. Yeah, all of a sudden, what you talking about, man? You know, that's because they're not willing to hearken, man. Yep, go ahead.
This is Psalms 119 and 59. I thought on my ways and turned my feet unto thy testimony.
Okay, read that again.
Come, I thought on my ways and turned my feet unto thy testimony.
Yeah, and that happened with us too, man. All right, you think back of your offenses, how you trespassed against Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, this is mercy, man. The Lord allows you. See, this is a mystery how the Lord called us back. Because you never would have thought, you know, about being based upon growing up in that feminine society. See, Esau knows the prey. And you can't tell me that ain't a part of his makeup, because this man, he do research even on ants. This man have cameras the size of a damn needle head, and he know the inner workings of ants. That contributes to him being an evil. You think he don't know you? He don't know the so-called Negro like you know in Native America? Yeah, he knows you. He know that you're raw, you eat. Meaning you like to eat, obviously like to eat. So what? He played on that by giving you fast food restaurants, but that's part of that message. Esau couldn't wait to eat. But then he gave you all kind of meat, detestable food. Knowing that that's a part of the snap. You know, you put a piece of cheese on a wrap. But also, he know you like women. So what he did, he immortalized the woman, man. Made her feel like she was the one that you should chase. You don't supposed to go like that. The man is the prize. Right. Esau did that. You know? Other things that so-called white man did, he played on sex drive. That's why really the man who did the sex. That's what they did. But also, you know your diet, your blood pressure up because you eat pork. Why is so much pork? And your blood pressure the only one going up. So he know you because the man knows you. Well,
it says, I made haste and delayed not to keep thy commandments.
Yep, and that links up with what we just read in Ecclesiastes, the book chapter. Make no tarrying and turn to the Lord. So we made haste. We dropped that debt and turned to the Lord. See? Go ahead.
It says, the bands of the wicked have brought me, but I have not forgotten that law.
Yep, oh, that's it. It's 2 Peter 3. The Lord stirred up your pure mind. Your memory, yeah. There's nothing really we did. The scripture says one man planted, another man sowed, but the Lord gives the increase. So it's the Lord working on your mind to make you understand. What?
It says, at midnight I will rise to give thanks unto thee.
That's what you're witnessing now. That's good. Midnight is dealing with America, man. The highest form of confusion. You know, noonday would be the highest form of light. Midnight is the highest form of the darkness, highest sign of darkness. These people completely in the dark. They don't know what the hell going on, man. Go ahead.
It says, at midnight I will rise and give thanks unto thee because of thy righteous judgment.
See, which is your action. All right, the Lord gave us righteous judgment. That's why we thank you, bro.
It says, I am a company of all them that fear thee.
Right. That's why you have a church. Okay. Yep, and that's the same thing. That companion, we're companions. We're associated with those who fear the Lord, those who are like-minded. And a lot of Israelite groups, they don't subscribe to that. They just see the fringes and they're cool. They don't even understand it. The same niggas that put the prophets together. Because it was Israelites who came up against the prophets. See? What?
It says, I am a companion of all them that fear thee.
Yep, there's a certain people you should be a companion. What?
And of them that keep thy precepts.
Of them that keep thy precepts. That's cold. Yeah. Keep that precept is what? It's to retain this truth. Because once it's given, you got to keep it. You got to hold fast to it. That's why the truth known as oil. Because the oil, if you don't hold fast, like Yahweh said in Revelation 3rd chapter, it can slip away from you, man. See? Go ahead.
It says, the earth.
Oh, yeah. Okay. It'll leak out. Go ahead.
It says, the earth, O Lord, Yahweh Shai, is full of thy mercy.
Yeah, it's full of thy mercy. What's the mercy of the Lord? This truth being extended. Because when you go into the in-depthness of the scriptures and where it pertains to salvation, right, in its proper context, it all has everything to do with having this truth. Man. That's matter of fact, let's prove that. Give me Proverbs 2, right? Let's go to the 10th verse. You got something?
Yeah, I got something.
I'll bring it up.
Yeah, Proverbs 16:6. By mercy and truth, iniquity is purged.
Yep. Woo. Read that again.
By mercy and truth.
Woo. By mercy and truth. So mercy goes hand in hand with this truth. By you having the truth, the Lord just set you apart from everybody else. What say Noah? He knew the flood was coming. That's why the Lord said he loved none, but he that dwelleth in wisdom. Well,
it says iniquity is purged.
Yep. So by mercy and truth, iniquity is purged. That's bad. Go ahead.
And by the fear of the Lord, man depart from evil.
Yeah, and what's the fear of the Lord? This truth. It tells you that in Ecclesiastes 1:18. How the fear of the Lord is the crown of wisdom or something like that. All right, go ahead.
This is Proverbs chapter 2 and verse 10. When wisdom entereth into thine heart,
yep, your heart is your mind, well,
and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul.
And knowledge is pleasant to thy soul. Because a lot of people get all messed up about this. Deep down, they become offended. There's a lot of resistance. You know? That means that this truth is not pleasant to their soul. It's equivalent to you trying to drink something that's bitter. No matter how much you try, your body is not built for it, man. See? Go ahead.
Discretion shall preserve thee.
See, discretion is what's going to preserve you, right? Go ahead.
Understanding shall keep thee.
See, understanding shall keep thee. See, that's what we found out. That the Bible is a wise counsel. So much so that you have to just cancel out emotions. And that was the only thing ever tied to the Bible, emotion. A high level of emotion. So much so that somebody started singing. You know? just on an emotional roller coaster ride. You're either singing or crying. No, man, this is a wise counsel where it's discretion. The men around you even look. Hey, when you get to the deep levels of it, you gotta watch men. Hey, when you look, man, you gotta be careful when you come around people that's emerged. Let's say you get around elders and apostles, man. You know, I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. Everything somebody say, you see if it's spiritual now. So you can say some sound carnal, but you got to know spiritual. Go ahead,
Good. It says to
you highly assessed, man. You in the light. See? Go ahead,
to deliver thee from the way of the evil man.
Now, see, it's a sense of urgency to come with this. You have men that it's like it's a regrouping. Let's regroup. And tell us the men how to get out of this situation. You know? So it says to preserve thee from the evil man. Read that part again.
It says to deliver thee from the way of the evil man.
Who is the evil man? That's dealing with the so-called white man. His body count proves it, man. Now, when you go into the stats concerning this man being in power, 239 years of him being in power, 222 of those years were occupied by war. Thus fulfilling Revelation, the 6th chapter, the 4th verse. How he was given a great sword. Man. See? Go ahead,
From the man that speaketh forward things.
Yeah, so Esau, the so-called white man, gets you through his legislation. So right now, you already got it on the books, where the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American is at the forefront, the face of the Crown 19. And don't forget that they say there's a war on the Crown 19. Now you got Biden creeping join there, you know. So we're going to see what happens. But we do know a time of Jacob's trouble coming. All right, you got something?
This is Sirach 19 and 19. The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life.
See, this is a doctrine of life. See, because when you have wisdom, see, you know what else this eliminates? That idea of tempting the Most High. You know, for people, they think that, Lord got me, then they'll cuss out a cop. You know, the cop, he sat back on fire on your ass. Wisdom was given to preserve you. When you have this truth, you make sound decisions, man. You know? Go ahead,
It says, and they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality.
What does it mean when it says those you shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality? That means you're going to receive the truth. Because it leads to life. So the tree of immortality is this doctrine. And those who that means you have received the fruit of it. You eat of the fruit, see? And that's why, you know, Scripture talk about the tree of life being guarded with those swords. Yeah. You know, the Lord got angels blocking you from getting this. That's why the guy walked up, he came all the way up into the, he ain't looking at it like a heavy council. Council, you house, you walking through a palace, you just walk up on the, you know, the council. That's your head. You walked all the way up.
And actually interrupted.
Yeah, but that was that's a weapon. Yeah. Yep, go ahead.
It says, the fear of the Lord is all wisdom.
You see? That's why you see, what's the kind of thing there? Wisdom, man. Give me 1 Kings 3, we're ready to close up in a minute. You had something?
Yeah, real quick, just going back, it's really blocked off. This wisdom is blocked off. This is Songs of Solomon 4 in verse 12. A garden enclosed is my sister.
Yeah, a garden enclosed. See? That means you can't just come up in here. This is not disclosed to the public, although it's in the public. Okay? Go ahead.
It said a garden enclosed.
Oh, you don't include that when your house side? When they said his mama, he said even his mama was. He said, no, who are my mother? Who are my brothers, man? Because, hey, what no, the dude did, he cut your house off. And see, that's why you got to, yeah, he cut them off. And your house out lost. If you can hear a pin dropping there. And I know the dude was like, oh, sick. And he went and came and said, hey, your mom, he probably thought about it. Oh. Cut him off. I was probably staring at them, you know what I mean? I was like, man, who is my mother, you know? Well, that was the Lord showing us the separation. Not even your mother, none of them should be able to sway you from the love of the Lord, man. See? Because what's going to happen if you're willing to give up everybody from your house shop, you get it back 100-fold anyway. That's outlined in the story of Job. And also reiterated in Matthew 19th chapter. Yep, go ahead.
Songs of Solomon 4 and 12. A garden enclosed is my sister, my spouse, a spring shut up.
A spring shut up. You have water flowing out, but it's not open to everybody. You know, it's like shut up, like closed. You're looking through the window like, no, I see people there. No, but they got closed. It's a private thing. And you know, we're not trying to, you think we believe these people listen, man? Well,
it says a fountain sealed.
A fountain sealed. Okay. Well,
this is 1 Kings chapter 3 and verse 5. In Gibeon, the Lord appeared to Solomon in a dream by night. And the Most High said, ask what I shall give thee. And Solomon said, thou hast showed unto my servant David, my father, great mercy.
So what we read right here is King Solomon, which we know that's Yahweh Shai in the spirit. And he's speaking with the Lord. If I'm not mistaken, this is when the Lord came to him in a dream. Right? Matter of fact, did he read that where he said, ask me? Oh, that's him. Started to talk. So like, that's on me. So like, read that again. It's powerful right here.
This is 1 Kings chapter 3.
This is Yahweh Shai if you have eyes to see. Go ahead.
In verse 5, in Gibeon, the Lord Yahweh Shai appeared to Solomon.
Now, when you really go into that story, you know, King Solomon made that heavy sacrifice to get there. They can give you all the stuff they sacrifice. You know, thousands of rams, you know, hundreds of thousands of number was. Right? Go ahead.
In a dream by night.
Mm-hmm. So the Lord came to Solomon himself. He just came to Solomon. Right? Go ahead.
And the Most High said, ask what I shall give thee.
Right. Ask him that. That's his son, man. Nowhere else the Lord came and asked him. The Lord always told the other prophets to do it. Like, thus said the Lord, go here, go there. He came to Solomon and said, what you want from me? And that's Psalm the 2nd chapter. Because the scriptures tell you how the Lord said, ask of me and I give you the heathen. So that's his only begotten son. Go ahead.
And Solomon said,
oh, real quick, that's why the only time there ever was peace on earth under a regime, Solomon. You can't just overlook that like Solomon just something. And you notice Esau never talk about Solomon. Talk about all these other, you know what I mean? That's some Bruce said. Go ahead.
Come. And Solomon said, thou hast showed unto thy servant David, my father, great mercy.
Right, go ahead.
According as he walked before thee in truth and in righteousness.
It was based upon a certain standard, though, right? Go ahead.
And in uprightness of heart with thee.
And he proving that was a wise thing, man. And uprightness of see, go ahead.
And thou hast kept him this, kept for him this great kindness,
go ahead.
That thou hast given him a son to sit on his throne as it is this day.
Go ahead.
And now, O Lord, my power, thou hast made thy servant king instead of David, my father, and I am but a little child. And I know
and that's not. Solomon, you know, he was young, man. He was a young, wise king. Imagine that. And that proved when you read Wisdom of Solomon, the 7th chapter, the Lord said he was witty as a child. Is that Wisdom of Solomon 7, I believe? He said I was witty as a child. All right, go ahead.
It says, and I know not how to go out or to come in.
Look, think about it. That's what you got to think about. How could you sit here and have this counsel with the Most High? He having a conversation with the Most High. And he just having it, like,
yeah.
And he just got the flow. And that's heavy. And you know, too, that's heavy. And that proves when you go into that council, and Satan walked in, and but this council right here, there was more so, you see the council, then you got somebody on the throne and somebody sitting on the side of it. You know? Go ahead, man.
And this servant is in the midst of thy people, which thou hast chosen.
Yep, go ahead.
A great people.
A great people, go ahead.
That cannot be numbered nor counted for multitude.
Yep, go ahead.
Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart.
See, that's it. He said, give thy servant an understanding heart. That was, but hold up. Why did he say that? Because the Lord said, give me that. Think about that. Somebody came and said, hey, what you want? And they got access to everything, man. Even life, you know. He asked his son, what you want? You know what I mean? But, hey, the Lord tell us what you better. What you want, right? Go ahead.
God, it says, give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people.
And you think about it too. Let's say if you never had you got to a certain level. If the Lord asks you that, you got to be careful. You got to know what to ask for. I mean, what to answer. You still got to know what to answer. Go ahead,
that I may discern between good and bad.
Yeah, so that was King Solomon's petition to his father. Give me an understanding heart so I can discern between good and bad. Go ahead.
For who is able to judge this so great a people?
Continue.
It says, and the speech pleased the Lord.
See, there you have it. Here is counsel. You please the Lord. Like your speech please the Lord. This the Almighty, man. You mean to tell me you please him? He said, yeah. Yeah. Oh, even when you read Ecclesiastes the 42nd chapter, Yahweh Shai said, scripture say, Salaki, who have seen him that they might tell you. And it's a question mark right there. We know that we know the answer to that. It's Yahweh Shai. Hold up, real quick, what you got?
It says, saying about Solomon, Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
But when I first read it, glad to born again, you said something else. You just said that it made me think of when the Spirit is sitting on me, said, "This is my son."
That's it.
Just said the same thing.
Just said the same thing right there.
And when you said him rude, it made me think of one of the titles, the Prince of Peace. You know,
that's it.
You were saying it was peace when Solomon was rude.
That's Melchizedek too.
I was going to say it.
The king of Salem. Melchizedek.
Prince of Peace.
A lot of times, yep.
Salem means peace.
Yeah, king of Salem. That really said King Solomon was really going to that Melchizedek. Yeah, go ahead.
It says, and
he returned. Yeah, go ahead.
It says, and
he was tapped into some heavy understanding, man. Oh, you know, going to that, when you go into Wisdom Psalm, the 7th chapter, Yahweh Shai told you all the things that he really know, man. He tell you that he know the alteration of the sun, the midst of the future and the beginning of time. Yahweh Shai was going there. You got to really get into the scriptures. Go ahead.
It says, and the speech pleased the Lord.
See, in his speech pleased the Lord, man. Go ahead.
That Solomon had asked this thing.
See, that he asked for wisdom. Go ahead.
And the Most High said unto him, because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself long life, neither asked riches for thyself, nor hast asked the life of thine enemies, but hast asked for thyself understanding.
Which goes into the teachings of Yahweh Shai. Seek ye first the kingdom, and all these things shall be added. Right?
To discern judgment, behold, I have done according to thy words. Lo, I have given thee a wise and understanding heart, so that there is none like thee before thee, neither after thee.
Well, hold up. If that's the case, then that means Solomon was wiser than Yahweh Shai. Well, you know why that couldn't be the case? Because they're the same person. And again, though, this is the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. And this is not something you just gonna just pick up. The Spirit of the Lord have to open that up too. All right, Rick, you have those?
This is St. Luke 2:52. And Yahweh Shai increased in wisdom and stature.
Yep, go ahead, that's it.
And in favor with the Most High and man.
Yep, he increased in wisdom. Why did the scripture make a point that said Yahweh Shai increased in wisdom? Because that was Solomon. that was the question. Yeah, he would answer it. That was the blessing he asked for. He asked for wisdom, right? Back in Solomon. That's why the writer made a conscious effort through the Spirit to emphasize it. And he increased in stature and wisdom, all right? Because that was Solomon getting the back end of that, getting that blessing, the fullness of that blessing, man. You got it?
He said it himself. What man can have one?
Oh, yeah, 10 statues.
He was done.
Yeah. But he was doing that. We don't want to take it too much. The Lord was doing that. But scriptures tell you now, you can't, no books can hold all the miracles that the Lord did. And he threw that out there, right? Like that's a small thing. So again, that's only for the wise. They let you know that the Lord was doing it. Hey, they was kicking it. They was in the Garden of Gethsemane. You think Yahweh Shai was just some guy? No, that was the son of the Most High. That was an Israelite indeed, man. Oh, that was Yahweh Shai told. Was that Philip? Him on that thing, he was standing under the tree. And I don't know on the scripture, that's special, that could have been a day later. Then Yahweh Shai popped, I don't know how long it was, but Yahweh Shai popped up and said, yeah. He said, yeah, it's an Israelite indeed. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, what makes you say that? The reason why he said that, because that's what they used to call him. They used to say that about him. But what would make him say, how did he say that, But then, yeah, you got that? That was the thing. Let's just get it. Let the scripture speak.
Yeah, John 1:47, Yahweh Shai saw Nathanael coming to him and said unto him, behold, an Israelite indeed, in whom is no guile.
Hey, he was talking about his spiritual, man. We're like, behold, an Israelite indeed. And that's the ministry, man. You got to be. He said, Israelite indeed, he said, and whose spirit is no guile. Go ahead.
Yeah, verse 48. The thing said unto him, whence knowest thou me?
See? What would make him say that? Because the Lord was saying something that people always said about him. You know, for the most part. Had to, because why would he react like that? How you know me?
Yeah.
That's all it was Jake Tyler. He said, how you know me? Because it was based upon what Yahweh said. It's like if somebody calls you something, and nobody don't know it. You know, then you just up and say something that they called you. You just met the guy. That's butter thing right now. You be like, what you know me, bro? That comes from my folks. That's how cold Yahweh was, man. Hey, and then you know that reminds me of Joel. Because Joel said, my eyes shall see my redeemer. So Joel said he's going to see him in the latter days. So in the spirit, Joel had to be one of the 12, man. Go ahead.
Yahweh answered and said unto him, before that Philip called thee, when thou was under the fig tree, I saw thee.
See? He said, before Philip called you under the fig tree, he was talking about something that happened, you don't even know when. How long it was, or but it blew their mind. That's equivalent to me saying, yeah, you remember at 12 o'clock, you was looking at so-and-so on Netflix, and the phone dropped.
Specifics.
Yeah, specifics. That's what he went into it. You was standing up the fig tree, Philip called. Go ahead, that's good. Go ahead.
Yeah, verse 49, Nathanael answered and said unto him, Rabbi, thou art the Son of the Most High.
See, right there, he said, oh.
Judgment almost.
Oh, she prayed too?
I should have tapped it. I looked at the money.
She got bacon.
It says, Nathanael answered and said unto him, Rabbi, thou art the Son of the Most High.
Yep.
Thou art the King of Israel.
See, so just from that conversation, that I mean, he was so, it was so powerful. He was like, oh, this is the King of Israel, man. And you know you have a shot and pop up with no crown on. Okay? So, you know, with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory. Double underside teachers, the head apostle, the elder, the great millstone, Shalom, the brothers of that name from his work, as always, the believers, the Akim as well as the Aqua, those who subscribe to as well. Next time, Shalom.
Shalom, ETA, above, soon.
That was good. Real spiritual.
Because it's like, it ain't no way he didn't see her ass, bro.